So, hello, you guys. I was inspired to do this YouTube today because I've been following this guy for a little bit. His name is Gary Vee, and he is really, really, really into social media. This is what had me following him in the first place. Into social media as a connecting tool, and he uses it very efficiently. And he has my number and sends me texts periodically, which I really, really enjoy. And I enjoy his texts immensely because he talks a lot about positivity and love and um, us staying in a really positive place in times of adversity. And he was doing this before our state of the world, what we're going through right now. And so I really enjoy his inspiration. And so I have been I've been putting out content over the last couple weeks, but I've also been into my projects. I've been trying to redo the cover of my book. I've been working on my second book. I have my third, and this is a trilogy. There's three books that actually go together, and I finished the first one, and I'm revamping it. I'm working on the second one. I have the cover done. The book is nearly finished, but I sort of work on inspiration, and so sometimes I have to. Um, Sometimes I actually have to force myself to sit and write, and then other times it just flows really, really, really easily. But I've also been trying to keep up on my routines of meditation and um, and exercise. I went hiking yesterday around actually a beautiful place where I live, and so I've just been really like and calling friends and family members and just kind of having long conversations that we don't usually have time to have over the phone. And so that part has been really fun. Um, and things have been kind of coming along. I was really excited. I some of you may know and others may not. Depends on what venue you actually follow me on. But I have signed up. I'm going to be going to a conference in Canada in June, and I got my passport yesterday. I was so excited because I was a little concerned, like it wasn't coming. And I'm like, oh no, my passport. And every day I was looking for my passport, and it came yesterday. And I thought it was so interesting because the date on it is is like 320 of 2020. That was so interesting that I have 320s in the date on my passport. Those of you who know me, I'm like really, really, really into numbers. They have great meaning to me, and I still see my triple numbers every day. I see other ones have been kind of popping out, like 123 has been popping out a lot lately. Um, I've been seeing 444 and 999s. I don't know. I don't know what they all mean, but I see them every day, and still my 11s. My 11s are pretty consistent. Every day, multiple times, I see 11s. And it's just, and somebody had asked me recently, like, what do you do? I think God. I call it God. Some people call it the universe, source, whatever people want to call it, but I call it God, and I thank God for that little just reassurance that I am that God is aware and present in my life. And I believe God is aware and present of all of us. It's a matter of us tuning into God. God is always tuned into us, and it cannot stop being that, which it is. Like I've like said in a lot of my content about how I don't believe there's any separation. That God is the actual clay that we are built with, the actual cells, the actual atoms. God is the clay and the creator of that. And so there can be no separation, but we're the ones who separate ourselves through things that we've been taught, and I I just have been like blessed enough to unteach myself a lot of stuff that's been taught to me personally. But anyway, so I'm actually learning to enjoy and embrace this. Today, I'm really excited. Some of you know I'm a second grade teacher right now. We're going to be trying to figure out how to do remote learning in our class, and I'm super excited about that. And I feel like the last couple of years have prepared me for that because I'm fairly comfortable behind a camera, maybe even more so than like like actually present in the classroom. I'm more comfortable because like all it is like a video, like it's a camera, it's not actual people, and so that part is kind of nice. So we're trying to figure out how to do that remotely, and I'm very, very excited about it. I'm just the possibilities are just so big on that. So I'm going to be preparing for that today, like going and what would my lessons be, and where are we? Because I know where we are in our classroom, and but anyway, I just wanted to touch base and let you all know I'm actually doing really, really great. I'm feeling good, and I'm positive and progressing and learning, and really that we really are the creators of our reality. It just really comes back to that, and the acceptance of that. I mean, we've been taught that there is this objective reality, that everybody's living in this objective reality, and it really isn't the case. Everybody really is in their own reality, and their own perspective, their own timelines. It's super interesting how it really is. And so every single day, I try, my goal is to stay in connection with that which created everything. And through that to create the most amazing life, because that's what I believe we're here for. I believe we're here to create an amazing, joyful, rich, rich in sustenance and substance and also money. I believe that we're here to not struggle financially. I don't think that that's what we were meant for. I really don't. But we've been told otherwise, but I don't believe that's the case. And so I'm creating and learning, and sometimes what happens for me, and I don't think it's just me, is I get hung up on what is like right in front of me. Like yesterday I got a phone call, and it was actually a really, really nice phone call from my bank. They actually called me on the phone to let me know that the branches were going to be closed a little bit more. They told me the hours and which ones are closed, and that if I had any questions, I could contact her directly. But I didn't know what the call was about, because some of you know that I have had some issues with my banking. I had made a mistake on my banking app and didn't pay my mortgage one month, and it took 6 months to set that right. And then it just happened again, where my car loan, they got back to me and said I didn't pay my car payment, and I had paid it, and I got back with them, and so I was very nervous about my bank calling me, and so having me not react to that, to just say, okay, so what did she call about, and just be very, very calm, which has been quite a progression, because when the thing went down with my mortgage, I was completely derailed by it. And then what I got yesterday, I was very calm, and it worked out just perfectly. In fact, a positive. I thought it was really amazing that my bank would call me. And so when things come to us, just remaining very, very calm and not focusing on what seemingly is, not focusing on necessarily what seemingly is. Sometimes we have to address it. Sometimes we have to address, like I had to address the fact that my car loan didn't get paid. But doing it in a really neutral way and not being fazed by it, not being upset by it. And so, anyway, so I'm learning how to like stay in a very positive, staying more positive than I have in the past, and I'm actually in a really good place. Anyway, but I just wanted to touch base with y'all, and I love you, and I will be back with other stuff